It is. See, the trouble is I never know when we actually go live when I push the button. So I'm repeating myself. So we have PeterGregg in the room. It is Friday. It is, the 24th, which means tomorrow is the 25th, which means it would be Christmas in February. So for some reason, the air conditioner went out. And I don't know what that means. I don't know. So the chat is now open, and we are ready to rock and roll. And it's Friday, the 24th of February. And I've got split screen running because I have, with my buddy Osvaldo, OMC Productions. He's a professional colorist, and he's my friend, a very good friend, and his wife, Margarita. And so we spent a couple of days and we created a few LUTs. LUTs is kind of like a list of rules on how to interpret colors. That is what a LUT is. So I've got the same LUT on two different cameras. That guy over there, that is the R6. That guy over there, hello. So the one on your left is the R6 Mark II, the newest kid on the block. And the one on your right is the R6 original Mark I. Can we call it the Mark I? So Scotty says something. I'm sure Scotty says something. Come on, Scott. You could do it. You could do it. There he is. In the absence of LUTs for stills, what is the remedy for the ubiquitous blue-purple problem with Canon? God, Scott, I haven't heard ubiquitous. I think I last heard it in a movie. You got to talk. You got to talk New York so that the people can understand. So I presume you don't like the Canon blue-purple problem that they've got? I've got a solution. I really do. Honest to God, I have a solution. I haven't decided how I'm going to present it yet, but it is a solution. And it's a good one also. But for right now, we are using LUTs because, like I started to say, my friend Osvaldo, he spent a lot of time with me, and we would test something, and then I would try it, and he would see it, and then he'd say, oh, I need to make a change. And then he would say, no, I don't like that. I want this, and I don't want this. I want that. So Osvaldo put a lot of time into it. So on not the last video that I did, but the next to the last video, I was using the Canon LUTs. So Canon gives you LUTs free of charge. No charge. You're welcome. Okay. So I say thank you. So that is what we have going. Now, tonight, and the video that I put up on the big channel today, which if you guys haven't seen it, you need to go comment on it and give it a thumbs up. The more activity it gets, it makes YouTube go, maybe we should recommend this video. So that is what I need, you guys. I need your help for that. So Scotty brought food: fried chicken, mashed potatoes and gravy, baked beans, banana pudding, fruit punch in Peter's Frigidaire. Oh my goodness, we're going to eat up a storm tonight. So that's Scotty. Anthony is here with us. God bless you, Anthony, you and your family. I pray for all of you guys, everybody to be healthy, wealthy, and wise. Okay, so that is Anthony is here in the room. And Anthony is saying hello to all his friends in here. So let's see if I can get the rotating thing to go. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so He's saying happy Friday to Peter. Oh, thank you. happy Friday to Peter. Thank you, Anthony. So if you guys are hearing a little more noise, the air conditioner broke. Another bill. Another big bill. Should we have a telethon or whatever they call it? Because I bet you it's going to cost all of $500-600 to put in a new air conditioner in here. The fan is just running. Compressor won't even come on. So the link is in the description still. If you want to donate towards the new air conditioner. My God, I'm becoming a charity case. So that's Anthony saying hello, hello. No, Scotty, it's hot. Is it hot this time of night in February in Miami? Or is it more humid? No, it's... Look it up on Weather Channel. 33166 is the zip code, and that would give you the temperature. So it's hot. It's hot in here. This room has no windows, which makes things even worse. So yeah, it's hot. So what I do have, I don't know if you can see my hair moving or not. I have the fan kind of like blowing on me. And I have the other fan blowing on the cameras because I don't want the cameras to overheat either. No, don't want that to happen. So Scotty's asking if it's hot. It's hot. Randy's saying hi to everybody. Hi, Randy. How you doing? Randy just came back from quite a stint. Quite a tragic situation. He went to take care of his mother because his mother had a stroke. And they wound up putting her in hospice, and Randy's mother did pass away. So Randy had to stay there with his sister and start taking care of things. You guys know how it is when somebody goes to heaven. She's a good Christian lady, so that's, I think, the most important part of the whole shebang. And she knew who I was. That surprised the heck out of me. So that was a surprise. So Randy just got home last night. When I say last night, I mean he drove all the way through from Arizona to Texas. So that was quite a drive. I don't know, was it like 18, 19 hours straight through? We stayed on the phone for a while, make sure I kept him awake, kept telling him corny jokes. He kept pretending to laugh. Ha 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 ha. That's how he laughs when it's not funny, but he's going to laugh anyway. So I helped him by keeping him awake, or maybe I was putting him to sleep. But make sure you give your love to Randy. It's hard when your mom leaves to go to heaven. But Randy's kind of my age, so his mother's got to be up in her 90s, you know, if not very close. So we wish Randy lots of love, and that's because we're family. Hello, Peter and friends. Hello, everybody. I'm here, not late. Well, what happened? How come you're early? I dropped the time between the posts from 60 seconds to 30 seconds, just for you, Lewis. If those bad people come in here, it's your fault, okay? So Lewis says hi. Hi from Canada. Who was it? My friend Peter in Boston, and Osvaldo in Boston, and I'm not sure, but I think Simon. They're having snow. Like, what is up with that? How can you have snow now? I don't understand how you can have snow. Okay, so here's Timmy. Timeless Truths. I just nicknamed you Timmy. So it's cold up here in Sault Ste. Maria. Sault Sainte Maria. You're going to have to help me how to pronounce that right. So I'm sure I'm somewhere in the ballpark. Now, here's a place I know it's not snowing. Mr. Camera Junkie is just a stone throw up the road. So it's not snowing here. I know it's not snowing. Actually, I wish it was snowing here right now with the air conditioner broken. I'm pointing to it. Yes, I know you're broken, sitting over there in the wall. So it'd be nice for it to be cool outside. But it's not. So, hi, Lewis, Mr. Camera Junkie. Hi, Aiden, if you can hear me. Big boy, you're a good boy, Aiden. I can see you playing with your toys, Aiden. So I hope you're doing well and you're doing good tonight. Oh, let me check my levels. Yep. Okay, everything's running. Now's a heck of a time to start seeing if everything's working. So Scotty's saying it is cold in Michigan. Michigan is cold. So I guess I could have it cold here too. What can I tell you? So I got to put a star there. Timeless Truth is negative 16 degrees Celsius. So I know negative anything is cold. No joking. So, but I don't know what negative 16 is. I think he said, I asked you guys last time, and I think it's you multiply it by 1.8. So, I don't know. Well, let's see. Hey, Siri. What's negative 16 Celsius in Fahrenheit?
Minus 16 degrees Celsius is 3.2 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh, so it's about almost zero. Okay, if Siri is correct, of course. I'll leave that here in case I have another question. I got somebody to ask. Not that there isn't 150 people in here. No, there isn't that many. But we do have 12, so we're heading up. So Aaron is here, my good buddy. They fixed my camera, but I don't know how they did it. Okay, shh, don't complain. Don't say nothing. If it's working, nothing, honey. Scotty says 23 degrees Fahrenheit where he's at. It's chilly. It's chilly in Michigan. Okay. Oh my God, Randy's having one of my favorite. He's having the Arby's classic roast beef sandwich. I like the beef and cheddar with extra red sauce and a large Jamocha shake. Oh man, those Jamocha shakes are out of this world. A Jamocha shake is a combination of chocolate and coffee, but it's done just right. And you got to have a large. And I also get a potato cake. It's basically a McDonald's hash brown. So if you like the McDonald's hash brown, it's that's what the potato cake looks like at Arby's. So now, how come I don't eat? Oh, because I don't want to go to the bathroom while I'm in the middle of a show. Okay, so wait, I got to play that again. I'm sorry, Randy. I don't mean to be putting you front and center. But when you wet my whistle like that, it's just got to be done. So Arby's classic roast beef sandwiches. So he's got one more than one with a large Jamocha shake. Oh, yes, yes, yes. So Lewis says, you need more money, Peter? Oh, yeah, Lewis, I know you got plenty. So send it. I'll put it towards the air conditioner. What do they call it? Air conditioner. It's snowing tomorrow morning. So you're on the west side of Canada. So you're going to have cold buns tomorrow. So I hope you got some blankets and you can cuddle up underneath. And do you have to do your job and go out and walk in the snow tomorrow morning? Or is not when you got to do it? So I feel your pain, Lewis. I feel your pain, big boy. Love you too, by the way. So Sly says, I'd love to send you my cold weather. I'm so ready for spring. Ah, Sly. Did I talk to Sly today? Yeah, I think a couple of times. Oh, yeah, I did. And her battery died. we talked that long where the battery died. So just a reminder, guys, Sly is going to be on at midnight my time tonight. So you guys that want to watch Sly after this show is over, because we go from 10 to 11, and sometimes we go over, sometimes we go under, but Sly is going to start up. So get your groove on, Sly. Set up the scheduled thing and publicize that, because people will come and just wait. And then when you go live, all of a sudden they pop in at one time. But it gives the internet time to, as all my technicians go, propagate. What is all this propagating crap? Oh, we fixed your, my website is back online. I changed from Bluehost to A2. Never heard of it, but I did some research. They said, everybody said they loved it. And then I got one of the best recommendations from Shane in Australia. So they installed WordPress, and I just went in there and made a few sentences to see what it looks like. So it's PeterGregg.com, in case you want to know. So there's not much to see there right now, so don't go there getting all your hopes up. So Sly is sending me a bunch of her cold weather. The fan sound is not an issue. Yeah, it's on the other side, but it's all the way on the other side of the room. And it's aiming straight at me. So I would say in the last 2 weeks, we redid the audio. We redid the video. We redid the colors. Osvaldo and I made LUTs for the Canon R6, which is my baby right there. And to me, it looks great. I guess I should get outside feedback instead of just my own, but it's got a very nice look to it here. So Carlos is here. I missed you, big guy. I love it when you come in, Carlos. Hey, Peter and everybody. I'm just leaving the office. I'm going to listen in the car, probably, or he's walking home. It is pouring rain here in LA. So God is washing your car for you. Well, that's good. That's a good thing. Norm, my good buddy from Canada, is here. Merry Christmas, Peter. Good evening, Greggies around the world. Love you, Norm. Thank you for being here. I really do appreciate you guys that come and spend time with me on Friday night. And it's like we have become family. So, Scotty, have had many people praying for you and your mom, Randy. My condolences. I did speak to Randy. His mom went home peacefully. It was quick. It kind of surprised me because I got a call from him that he's got to take the airplane and go to his mom because she had a stroke and she's in ER. So he stopped whatever he was doing and he jumped on the plane and flew from Texas. I think it's Arizona. Maybe it's Colorado? No, I think it's Arizona. So he went there. He took care of her. He was by her side. And he was right there when she passed. And that's one of the things that she asked of him, is she didn't want to go by herself. But when you leave here, if you're a Christian, Christianity is your faith. Okay, in Christianity we believe that Jesus paid, he's Yeshua, which is the Jewish Messiah, and he paid our way to heaven because we can't be good enough. So his mother is a strong Christian, and you know what? She supported the veterans all the way up until her last days. What a powerful woman. So we have nice people, wonderful people, loving people here, and their families. So I know a lot of you guys, and I know a lot about your families too. I'm thinking like Friday night, we know that Norm has dinner with his kids. And it was a ritual for a while. I don't know if it's happening now anymore. And after he had dinner with his kids, like the wonderful, fantastic dad that he is, he would drive his kids home. And he would listen to the car, to the show in the car. So Scotty says his mother is going to be 91 in June. So, wow, that's getting up there. I'm going to be 70 in October. So, oh, I went to the doctor. I had my physical. I went there with 3 things on my list. Then it grew to 4. And all of the things that I had on my list to do, the guy just doesn't listen to me. So your natural response is, why do you stay there? It's for medical reasons. I've been going there since 1985, not age 85. The guy limps around now, so I think one day I will have to change, okay? But the main thing that happened is I got, what do you call it? They took like a lot of vials of blood. So the eating regimen that I'm on, which is no sugar and high fat, I'm waiting to see some of the results. Do you know, I was 205 pounds the last time I went there, which was about a year ago. Okay, so I did go for the physical. The guy did not even notice that I lost weight. And I was 151 this morning. So from 205 to 151, that's over 50 pounds, guys. Okay? And he was still harping on me about the sugar. I said, I have lost weight. Hello, Joe. His name is not Joe. Okay? So, I don't know. But the good part is I get very nervous when I go to the doctor. So, and he doesn't pay attention to me. So they did the blood pressure. My blood pressure was good too. So now I'm going to look for my A1C. Cholesterol should be elevated. Okay. When you go on the keto and especially carnivore, which is not even any vegetables or anything, but just red meat. And I got some liverwurst from my brother George, brought it home from Publix tonight. So that will give me liver, because I'm supposed to be eating organ meat, but no. That just sounds gross saying it. How am I going to put it in my mouth? No. Now, there's some people that I understand, they like that. I'm not saying you can't eat it. I'm saying I don't like it. So I'm looking for my A1C to be down. A1C is like 3 months behind. It's like it tells you what it was 3 months ago. So 3 months ago I was in good shape in terms of not eating sugar. And even now I don't eat sugar, or not very much. So I want to see the A1C. So on the cholesterol, I expect the cholesterol to go up quite a bit. It's probably going to freak my doctor out. And it's going to, he's going to say, Peter, I'm going to have to put you on a statin because you went from whatever I was last time to much higher. But I have learned that your cholesterol doesn't matter all that much. There's a lot of things, and yeah, wait a minute, let me rephrase that, because it sounds like I'm saying something that's not true. Okay, your cholesterol does matter. It's part of the body readings. So it's important to be able to interpret them correctly. And I'm listening to doctors on YouTube that are telling me how to interpret my cholesterol readings. So your cholesterol readings is 3 parts. 1 second, we have a technical difficulty. 3 parts, okay? You got LDL, you've got HDL, and you got triglycerides. So when you eat lots of fat, your LDL goes up, which makes all the rest possibly go up, okay? But the doctors basically are trained to look at your LDL. So now what we're going to be looking at when I get my test results, and I'll tell you what they are, okay? When I get them, probably by next Friday. They should be in next week. It should be, the proper way to read them is a ratio, not Horatio, a ratio of the triglycerides divided by the HDL. And I don't remember what the number is, but if you just Google it, put triglyceride HDL ratio, and you can read all about it. Extra, read all about it. Okay, so that's what I'm going to be looking at. And the reason that they're saying don't pay that much attention to the LDL is not because they're trying to just ignore the bad part and go, oh, well, that doesn't matter. It's because LDL gets tested in a different way. Now, this is what I've been learning. Okay, remember, I'm doing a repeat here of what I'm learning. I'm not a chemist, okay? So LDL actually has kind of like a stock chart. It goes up and down. And in order to get it correct, you have to test for LDL separately and in a different way. And they don't do that because of money. It just costs too much. So they just give you a general LDL number and call it a day. Okay, and we look at that, and then the doctor says, well, this day I'm calling it that you need statin drugs, some Crestor, Lipitor, something like that, which starts a bad chain reaction in your body, especially as you're getting older. I'm going to be 70 years old in a few months. So I'm paying attention to my health more than my weight. The weight is basically gravy. It's a bonus that my weight has gone down. So Norm is saying he's sending his love and his condolences to Randy. And Randy says, thank you everybody for your best wishes and your prayers. So we love you, Randy. I do. I know I do. I love all of you guys. So Scotty says, Sault Ste. Marie. Ah, somebody that speaks my language. Okay, and so that is where he is in Sault Ste. Marie. Now I sound so smart now, where I look so dumb just a few minutes ago. So thanks, Scott. Thanks for the bailout. Craig is here. Love you, Craig. Thank you for being here. And good evening, Peter and crew. Blessings on your weekend. Love you, Craig. You're awesome. I think about you almost every day because you know what I'm playing with every day. And no, guys, it's not that, okay? He taught me something on the computer that is really excellent. So, Donna is here. Donna Downey. Good evening, Peter, and all prayers for you, Randy. And sorry for the loss of your mom. God be with you and your family in the days ahead. So, Randy has a sister, and they were upset with what went on. So, Randy, the gentleman that he is, he took his sister out for a nice dinner, just him and her. And that was really sweet. And I actually called in the middle of the dinner, which intruded, but I got right off. Did you answer the phone? I don't remember. But he sent me pictures of what he was eating. And he did have carrot cake for dessert. And this was a kind of a place where it's upper, kind of like Whole Foods, Better Foods type of a place. So it was actually, a very sweet thing. Randy's okay. Sometimes Randy is just okay. I don't know. I don't believe everything I read about that guy. He's okay. So he took his sister out for dinner, just him and his sister, because there was other relatives, but he just wanted to spend some time with her and comfort her. Went down the wrong pipe. You didn't know it was made out of pipes, huh? So if the camera overheats, you're going to know it because it'll say it up there. I don't think this is the E10. Really? Well, maybe it is. Yeah, I'm pointing to the E10. I've added the E10 to my sit-down routine in my folder with the sit-down cameras. So that's actually Betty nice. So let's see. And here we go. So this is the Canon R6. So Donna, thank you for coming in and saying nice things for Randy. Like I said, she's a Christian woman, so if you're in that faith, you know the blessings and the benefits that that faith teaches, because I'm in that faith. I read the Bible, the Holy Bible. So Lewis, no, Craig was saying, Randy, sorry for your loss of your mother, and I'm sure you send your love also. That's very sweet of you. What a cool guy. Lewis says it's hard to cut out the sugar, Peter. I'm at 204 right now. Well, you're where I started, but you're taller than me. I'm only 5'2", 5'3" on a good day. Okay, so I hit myself on the head with a 2x4, and that swelling bump makes me 5'3". Okay, you guys didn't know I was a shorty, did you? Surprise! And now I'm getting skinny. Oh God! But I want to go down to in the 40s, 140 something. So, Lewis, just do it easy and slow, big guy. Don't rush it. If you die tomorrow, which you're not, I pray God keeps you alive and healthy. And you'll say, I could have been eaten, and instead I didn't eat. You know, stress adds a lot of crap to your system. A lot of poisons are released into your bloodstream through stress. It affects your liver, your kidneys, your pancreas, your heart, and I'm sure other body parts that I can't even think of their names right now. Okay, so stress, it's important to avoid stress as much as it is important not to eat sugars. So if you're all stressed out, don't worry about the sugars right now, Lewis. Just relax, chill. Just be cool, baby. Be cool. Okay. If I had sunglasses, I'd put them on right now. So just, that's important. So Lewis says, I'm almost 6 feet. Remind me not to get you mad at me, Lewis. I don't want to be clobbered. He's 6 feet, so he's okay, but cutting sugar is definitely the hardest thing. Well, you don't have to cut sugar. Cut back. How's that? Can we start small? You know, they say good things come in small packages. All right, so let's see, where did I leave off? I left off with my buddy Lewis. It's hard to cut out the sugar. So Carlos is here. Why are you texting me and driving, Carlos? I need you around. Actually, I just realized I had one more client in the waiting room. I'm turning off the lights and he goes, okay, here's the scene. Carlos is a good guy. He turns on the computer, he hears Peter, and he goes like, well, I'm going to start closing it up and I'll listen to Peter here in my office because he's a psychologist, a clinical certified certified psychologist. And he's turning out the lights, turning off the computer, and he figures, well, I'm going to watch Peter in the car. Get your mama to push the car, okay? So he goes into the waiting room and he sees someone sitting there. And he goes, oh, hi. I was waiting for you. Now you got to go to confession on Sunday. So I know, that was a surprise. So let's all laugh at Carlos's pain right now, because it's not a bad pain. So you could bring your patient in, and we'll help him with his thinking patterns. So Carlos is patient. The first thing you got to do is you got to cut back on the sugars, because the sugars get you upset. The sugars make you stressed. They make your blood pressure and your blood rate go up, and then it makes you start to think. And instead of feeding good stuff to your brain, sugar is feeding bad stuff to your brain. Okay? So the first thing you need to do is cut back on your sugars. So the next thing you need to do, Carlos is patient, is Talk It Out with Carlos. Carlos is a great, amazingly good listener. He's incredibly skilled because I've seen him in action, okay? But he's awesome at listening. And sometimes when you talk something out, you just feel better right then and there. And then the next thing I would say to Carlos's patient is, do you have a faith system? Do you have a belief in God? Are you Jewish? Are you Christian? What goes on? Are you atheist? You don't believe in anything? Find out what you believe in, because that needs to get strengthened inside your own mind. And then the next thing I would tell Carlos's patient is relax. You've got to take a few minutes every day and go on a mental vacation. While you're on that mental vacation, here's what I wanted. This is my prescription for you, Carlos's patient. I want you to picture in your mind that you're somewhere stress-free, somewhere in your life where you just you just relaxed and you can actually feel the tension leave your body. And you need to do that every day, okay? Like I pray every day, okay? You need to actually let all the stress and the anxiety release. You're in a safe place. Go in your safe. Everybody's got a safe place. If you're sitting there with Carlos right now, you're in a safe place right now, okay? Carlos will not let anything happen to you. So, but when you're at home, all right, find where your safe place is, even if it's sitting on the toilet, okay? And just go on a 5-minute mental vacation. This is for everybody in the room. Everybody in this room, you need a daily this is not prayer time. I have my prayer time. I got my prayer journal where I write down everything I want to pray about. I have praise and worship. I thank Jesus, okay? But on your 5-minute vacation time, okay, where you're going to relax, you need to also practice inside that 5 minutes gratefulness. Gratefulness is a very, very powerful tool. We very rarely focus on gratefulness. We focus on what's wrong. My air conditioner is broken, and a couple of weeks ago, I wasn't able to pay for Ecamm, and I was going to have a problem, and you guys rescued me. God will rescue you, okay? And I thank you for each one of you that stepped up to help rescue that. That bill got paid. It's paid for the next year, and it's because of you. You're a hero for me, okay? So you never know whose hero you're going to be. All right, so everybody, including Carlos's patient, you need to go on a 5-minute vacation every day in your quiet spot. It could be the car. Maybe there's no quiet spot in your house. Or if you don't have a car, would find a 5-minute vacation time and start practicing gratefulness. Gratefulness is a very powerful thing to do. And you actually have to engage it. So, like for me, right now, what I would say, it's kind of private, okay, but your family. I'm very grateful right now that I don't have any pain anywhere in my body, because pain makes me upset. If I have gas and it's high, guess what I'm thinking? It's in the heart area. Oh, that's bad. Stress. Okay, so I'm grateful that right now I'm looking at my whole body from my toes to my head. I don't have any tooth pain. I don't have any stomach ache. I don't have to go potty. There's no blood pressure that I know of. So I'm grateful for that. And I'm grateful that my brother brought some food home for dinner tonight. So you might say, oh, Peter, what are you going to have? Well, we have a company here called Publix, and they have a deli, and they carry boar's head meats. So he brought the a half a pound of sliced London broil. And their London broil is actually not processed food. Hello? You know, one of the things I try to do on my diet is try not to have processed food. Well, most everything in the deli is processed food, but not the London broil. It's a real London broil. You can actually see the tendons, the senoids, what do they call those things, that hold it together. It's not processed. So he got some of that, and he got a half a pound of liverwurst, because he knows I like liverwurst, and I'm supposed to eat liver, but I don't. But liverwurst is like 40% liver. All right, so I cheat. Sue me. Actually, get in line, okay? So he brought that. So I'm going to make a slice of my fresh milled ground wheat bread. And I'm going to toast it, put butter on it. Then I'm going to spread the liverwurst like a pate, because it's very soft. I mean, you pick it up and it's like a paste, you know. And I'm going to put that on there, and then I'm going to put some of the very thin, I like it super thin, it's called shaved, where it's just about falling apart. But for me, it's fantastically delicious. And I'm going to put that on the bread with the liverwurst, which is like a chicken liver pate, except liverwurst is pork liver. So I don't know. It just is very helpful to be thankful. So that's just some very basic things. So it's not like I thank you for my mother, I thank you for my father. Well, I do. My mother and father are in heaven, but I'm thankful for them. But it's the practicing gratefulness that actually is like a very key ingredient to great mental health. It actually doesn't stop your slide downward. It actually reverses your slide upward, okay? And I'm not talking about getting silly, okay? But I am talking about actually finding things to be grateful that we never even pay attention, goes right over our head. So it's like it wouldn't normally dawn on me that I'm pain-free right now. Because at my age, you can get pains, I tell you. You get pains all strange places too, okay? So being grateful for me, because I'm a Christian, I'm grateful to the Lord. I'm grateful that I don't have pain right now, okay? And I'm grateful that I've got fans, so I don't have air conditioning. It's not doing anything, but I do have a fan blowing on me. I'm also grateful that the R6, I'm sorry, I just raised you up, R6. The R6 is not overheated because it's quite warm in here. My skin has a little bit of a sheen, but I'm not sweating where I'm dripping, okay? But it's uncomfortably warm in here. So back to you guys, because you're the important part, not me. So, stress-free, good for you, good boy. I'm proud of you, baby. Don't be stressed. Just laugh. I love the way you laugh. So, Lewis, Randy is telling you the best way to lose weight is to shovel snow. If you want to have fun, then throw the snow at people. Then when they start chasing you, you run faster and faster. That's the way to lose weight. So see, Randy is saying that snow is the key to losing weight. It's not the diet, okay? It's snow. Snow is the key. So you shovel it. And then when you get bored shoveling it, you throw it. Throw that snow at somebody. And then when they start to chase you down, you run. So look at all that exercise that snow provides. Isn't that wonderful? Very funny, Randy. Okay, so Carlos says, it's totally embarrassing. Was surprised to see them. Well, the thing is, you don't tell them. You don't tell them that. Just say, I was trying to cut back on my power bill, so I shut all the lights. Okay, but you know, we'll put the lights back on where in the room. We'll go in there. So there we have gratitude. Well, I'm grateful that that Carlos has another customer. Now with Carlos, you never know if it's a paying customer because the man's heart's so big it wouldn't fit on this screen. That's how big Carlos's heart is. He's just an amazing, giving, loving man. His wife is Meg, and she got the better end out of this deal. He married up when he married Meg. So, hi Meg, if you're listening. I don't think she normally listens to me. I know she knows who I am because she's my green tea buddy. So, Scotty is saying gratitude. Amen. Preach it, bro. Bro, preach it. Okay. And here's a real doctor. He probably would have given me a better physical than I had at my doctor. My doctor almost didn't even pay attention to me. Didn't sit down. I think he was in the room so short amount of time, he did not even sit down. So I showed him some red spots on my legs, and he said, oh, that looks like a fungus. I'm going to give you some salve, whatever they call it. So guess what I never got? I never got the salve. So the other thing I told him is my ears are popping a lot lately. I feel like I'm underwater. And if I put a little pressure here, it goes away. Okay? So I said, can you check my ears? So he just said, it probably means your sinuses are dripping. Well, hello, wouldn't you like to look in my ear and see if there's wax that needs to be cleaned out? So I didn't get that done. So the red spots, I looked online, and I'm just gonna get some kind of a salve that kills fungus, because he said that looks like a fungus. Okay, thanks. You think you could bend over and look at my legs a little closer? No, I didn't say that. I'm not rude. Okay, I'm being rude now. I'm venting. It's called venting. Okay, so that was 2 out of the 3. What was the other one? I don't even remember what the other one is. So, gee, must have not been that important. And, oh, I remember. I told him that the court case is getting me very upset. If he thought it was okay if I started taking some Xanax. He said, no. It's okay. What do I do? Go to court. Okay. Thanks, doc. Can you send the lady in that's going to do the blood work? You know, maybe she's nicer than you. I'm venting again. I'm not disrespectful, okay? I really am not a disrespectful person. But you know what? When she took out the needle was freaking huge, and I actually want to use a cuss word there, and I'm not a cusser. She took out this needle. It took 2 hands for her to pick up the needle and everything. And she took it up and she said, hold on tight. No, she didn't do that. She went like this. She started tapping on this side, okay? And I'm going like, if you're trying to do Morse code, okay, tell me what you're trying to say. So as I do the tapping, I can say the Morse code with my fingers. Now she tries to raise up the artery to swell it up so that she could stab it. And she says, oh, you have a very nice artery. I says, yeah, my arteries usually respond like that when pretty women play with them. Okay, let's keep it clean. Starting with me. All right, so she stuck it in. I didn't feel it go in. It's 1 out of a million times that I've had blood work done where I did not feel it go in. I don't know what she did, but I was like, squeeze. She said, let go of your hand. I was going like this, waiting for the needle to go in. She goes, relax your hand, please. Don't ball it up into a tight fist. She said, you can keep it in a fist, but relax, dude. I mean, she probably wanted to say, take a Xanax. Well, the doctor won't give me them. So anyway. So Charles, you made me talk about doctors, but I'm sure you're a good doctor. Charles is a good doctor. So Lewis is saying, thank you, Randy. It's snowing tomorrow. Perfect timing. So, and Lewis is saying, attitude of gratitude. If somebody hasn't written a song like that, we really need to do that. So, I'm at the end of the list. We're coming up to 11 o'clock. So what I want from you guys is, you've been here often enough. How do the colors look, not when it says Sony, but when it says Canon? Okay, because this is my new LUT. I've actually got 5 versions of them at different strengths. So this way, let's say I go outside. So I would actually need a different strength version. So let's go over to where we started tonight. So this is the split screen. So this is on the left is, here's looking at you, kid. So that's the R6 Mark II. This is the new one. Okay, not mine. This one's a loaner, let's put it that way. And on the right is the R6 Plain Jane, Vanilla, R6 Mark I. How's that? I don't want it to feel bad. So this is with the LUT. And so Osvaldo actually made the LUT, and then he tuned it in. And then I did some studying on how to make a LUT. So I created the LUT from scratch. And it looks, mine and Osvaldo's look the same, which means I learned something. And it's always a good thing when you learn something. What does Mr. Camera Junkie say? It's his slogan. Upgrade your skills before you upgrade your drills. No, before you update your gear. Update your skills, okay? So now I have 3 new sets of skills. I know how to make a LUT from scratch. I know how to fix the purple problem on the Canon cameras without a LUT, which means anybody can do it, okay? And it's something that can be done. I've done it. I actually have done it twice now. But I'm not using that. I'm using the LUT because I'm actually able to get more of a compressed image with the Canon C-Log. And there was a third part. What was the third thing? Oh, I learned how to make the audio sound a lot better. Okay, so, and you also learn just by teaching. So what was it? I was showing Sly how to do something, and then she shows me something. I'm going, oh, I didn't know you could do that. So you're always in the learning mode. So this is the split screen. There. I got 4 hands, guys. And they say 5-finger discount. I've got 5, 10, 15, 20. 5, 10, 15, 20. Got 20-figure discount. So Lewis said, Peter, do you have any thoughts on the new cameras coming out? The only one I'm really looking forward to is the Panasonic S5 Mark II X, which is going to come out in May. And let's see what's going to come out with the other stuff, like the R8, the Canon EOS R8, which is a camera I approve of for you, by the way, Lewis. Lewis, pay attention. Hey, wake up, okay? Everybody else who's sleeping. Norm, don't fall asleep on the couch. Randy, don't fall asleep in your chair. Scott, don't fall asleep in your bed. God, I got all you guys down pat. Don't forget, we still got to give some love to Sly. And she's going to be on in about an hour. Oh, I started to say, Sly, get your thing up, okay? Where you say you're going to go live at 12. Get that going. Get it up and tune it in from now. People will go sit there and wait for you. And some of them will start commenting amongst themselves, which is nice when they do that. Because while I'm live, I can actually suggest and tell people to go and go to your show at Sly Reader, okay? And but when I'm off, I can't say nothing to nobody. So Norm says, I am wide awake. I don't know. I thought I was hearing snoring coming from over there. He's saying, I am wide awake. I'm listening to the live stream. Ah, that's cool. So, did you have dinner with the kids tonight, Norm? Or is that kind of like less of an event than it used to be? So I'm just going to look at the R6 Mark II for a little bit. Actually, you know, I can actually change to that camera completely. If I can find it. So here we go. R6 Mark II. There we go. So Sly says, I already did. All right, so do you have the link, Sly? Copy the link and paste it in here, because I don't allow people to paste a link. But because you're a mod, you can actually paste a link. So I'm asking you to paste the link to your show. So in an hour from now, when people go like, oh, I don't remember where I was supposed to go, okay, well, they can come back here and find it. Oh, wrong camera. They can come back here and find it, okay. So Sly says she did. She added that. Good. I'm happy to hear that. And Norm says, Friday night dinner, always a family event. What a good dad. Okay, so when's Father's Day coming? You're going to be in the running for Father of the Year. I mean, he has dinner with his kids. You just got to admire that kind of a man, okay? He's got a bald head, so, I mean, he does have faults. What can I tell you? You know I love you, Norm, right? Okay, Lewis. You are now being a bad boy, okay? And you're not too big to put across my knee and spank you. It's going to hurt. I'm going to use something, okay? So, because tips for hairstyles to wear to the gym? Where do you come up with crap? You just like to see me get... I'm supposed to be stress-free. I'm grateful for you, Lewis. I'm very grateful for you. Thank God I have you here, Lewis. But dang, bro, what hairstyle? I don't wear a hairstyle to the gym. I don't even go to the gym. I have a treadmill, and I walk on the treadmill. I'm up to 30 minutes and longer every day. And sometimes I raise the speed by 50%, and I cut the time in half. And then sometimes I'm laying there in the bed watching TV and I'm bored. I'll jump on the treadmill and do 10 minutes just to activate my body. So I drank water and now I got a burp. Okay, so Norm says hair does not grow on a busy street. Okay, so Norm is a heavy thinker. Heavy thinker. Ah, here's Danny. He's got the S5, the S52. Hi, Peter. I got some news on the autofocus on the S5 Mark II. Well, you're not going to make me beg, are you? Or are you going to put up a video? Are you going to put up a video? What's your channel? Is it Daniel Patrick? So fill us in. Either tell me what the news is, or tell me where the news will be. Maybe people can come over to see you with the news. So I call you Danny just because I love you. Okay, I love all my people that are in the family for Friday night, and I pray for you guys every single night. Well, actually, sometimes it's in the morning. Every single day. Let's put it that way. You don't have to know what time I go to the bathroom. Okay, so that's just the way it is. But I do care enough about you guys to be praying for you. Okay, so Danny says autofocus goes. Oh, if you don't like Danny, please say something. I hate to be called Pete. And so I try to very gently tell people, don't call me Pete. Peter, Petey, Peter, okay, but not Pete, okay. I had a bad experience with a guy named Pete once, the bully, so I don't like being called Pete. Okay, so, oh, Sly put up her link. There is Sly's link. So that's how you're going to get to her show, okay, at midnight. So in an hour. You guys know how to count down time? Okay, so let's see. So Danny says, autofocus goes into contrast detect at 120 frames per second. You are correct. And autofocus drops out completely at 150 and 180. No autofocus at all. Which, if it had contrast detection, you could probably set the camera on to tap and focus and stop. Okay, that's the way I run my Panasonic camera. Okay, so autofocus goes into contrast detection, so it drops out. He's saying, what Danny's saying is it drops out of phase detection at when you go above is it 60 frames per second. But at 60 frames per second, it also drops down into a crop mode. Okay, but you get to keep your phase detection. So you go over to crop mode. Okay, so that, for a person that's going to be shooting a lot of 60p, unless crop mode is okay with you, that's one of the things that they should not have done. So Lewis is saying that he loves me. Thank you, Lewis. I love you too, big guy. And I appreciate you. And so Dan said, I did put up a video prior to the HD high frame rates. So is the name of your channel Daniel Patrick? So if it is, let me see. Oh, I can't type from over here. I don't have a keyboard. Okay. So we can all check and see, and if we're not subscribed to Danny, we'll subscribe. And that way we will be giving him some love. So Dan says, I mean, prior to learning that, I did a video on the phase detect in 3.3K, which is the 4:3 aspect ratio, and it's almost flawless. Yes, you. I'm looking at you. Thanks, Dan. I appreciate that. I appreciate, and I thank you for coming here. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe. I don't even ask for subscribers over here, which is something I should do. Actually, I should do that on the big channel too. Okay, Peter, you're constantly giving me value and educating me, and I hope I am making you feel good also. All right, so we've gone through everybody. Oh yeah, so Danny says that is his channel. So you see where it says, where it's red? Let's see if I can get my finger to cooperate. See where it says Daniel Patrick right there? Okay, so, and then take a look at the avatar. So you can do a search on YouTube for Daniel Patrick, okay? And when you do the search, look for that avatar that just left. Don't be shy, Dan. I don't bite much. No, it timed out. Okay, so go over and subscribe to Danny's channel. We love each other here. That's the point of being here. And at 70 years old, I could say that and I don't give a crap what anybody thinks. I don't know how many more years I got. So once I'm in the grave, I can't say I love you, so I'm going to do it now, okay? That's just it. You just have to humor me if you don't like it. So Simon, you're coming just as I'm going. I'm getting ready to go bye-bye, and we're getting ready to go to Sly. But I want to say hi. How you doing, Simon? Good to see you here, and I'm happy when you come in and say hi. So this way I can tease you and bother you. Why are you wearing your fisherman's hat? You going fishing? Simon, you going fishing or what? What's going on over there? So no one has commented on the quality of my LUT. So if you don't like it, don't say anything. No, if you don't like it, I can't be attentive to something if you don't point out something you don't like. So just say it in a nice way. You don't have to hurt my feelings, okay? But you could say that you might be able to do this one better, or you might be able to do that better. So this is the Canon R6, and here's a close-up where you can see my face better. I wouldn't want you to forget what I look like after I'm off the air. Okay, so Simon is doing good. He feels good. He looks good. And I hope you're relaxed. So Carlos will probably get out of his session in time to go watch Sly. So let me put up Sly's link again. So this is Sly's at 12 midnight my time, New York time, Miami time, East Coast time, that is where you're going to go. So if you're going to want to go there, copy that link down now. And I don't mean by a pencil. Highlight it and copy it, okay? Or do a search. Whoop, okay, I'll bring it back. Don't get excited. Don't get your pantyhose in a knot. Okay, do a search for Sly Reader. Look for the lady in another fishing hat. I guess we got fishing people go. Okay, here. All right, and go look for her live channel, live show that's coming up tonight. Okay. So Norm says the color looks fine. Not good, but just fine, huh? I can get the message. But that coming from you, you know, that's pretty good because you're pretty good construer. You construe things well. And Dan says he does like the LUT, so thank you. Thank you for answering what I asked you to do. I wanted to get some feedback. And if it's not right, I need to know. That's all. All right. So there we have it. We have done our show. And thank you. Which camera are we on? Ed Sullivan is, we've had, tonight we'll have the Beatles. All right, guys. I love you. I pray for you guys every day. And remember, you're all family to me, and you're kind of like family to each other, too. Don't be falling asleep there, Randy, okay? Don't be doing it. Don't. All right. Love you guys. Bye-bye. See you. Wait. I said goodbye, but I have something else to say. If God is willing and the bridge isn't up, see you next Friday, okay? All right. That's what I wanted to say. Bye.